Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? Dakota's Den. Good to see you today. Today, we're here to talk about Diddy. You all know his trial has started. It has started, and just on the first day, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. And when I get towards the middle to the end, if you got any kids in the room, you want them out because it is so gross. Trigger warning. It is so gross. Okay. So I hope everybody's doing good. Rainy here in Pennsylvania, but it was still nice and warm, and I'm really loving it. So let's just get into it. The trial has started, and people were in line waiting to go into the trial at 5 p.m. the day before the trial. 5 p.m. So they camped out all night, and some people paid people to stand in line for them. So when it was time to go in, the payer got out and the person who paid them got in. And there was a courtroom, and then there was another big room where everything was on the TV screen. So that's how the whole thing started. And in attendance was Quincy, King Combs, Justin, Mom, Janice Combs, the twins, and Chance. They were all in the courtroom, and a lot of other people were on the courtroom too. Little Rod was there, Blackborn was there, Diddy's latest baby mama was there, the one who had the little cute Oriental baby, she was there, and Mom was just stoic. Mom was just there. She was just sitting there. Of course, she had her wig on. Of course, she had her wig on. And she had her sunglasses on, and she was stoic. She was like a stone. She didn't look to the left. She didn't look to the right. She didn't say anything. She was just there. And how old is Janet Combs now? She might be 80, 81 by now. So it's just amazing that the poor lady could even, well, I don't mean to say poor lady, but age wise, it's just amazing that, she was even there. If you ask me, um, so mom was there and everybody else was there. Now behind them was the lady who had the Dana. Dana is Diddy's latest baby mama. The baby's name is Love. So Dana was there. Lala was there, sitting behind everyone. And Dana was crying. The new baby mama. She was crying throughout the whole trial. The whole trial, she was crying, and people were saying, well, why is she crying? Her and Diddy just really like met. They have a child together, but even the 18-year-old twins weren't crying, and that's their dad that's on trial. Why was Dana bawling all over the place? If you ask me, she was crying because she's probably just thinking about her daughter, how her daughter is not ever going to see her father. If Diddy doesn't get out, she's never going to see her father. She's never going to know her father. Her father's not going to be able to give her a lavish lifestyle. Everybody wants that for their kids. So that's why I believe Dana was crying. So the feel in the courtroom, it was said that it was like a shark tank. It was like a shark tank. It was just vicious. It was like, watch what you say because of the feel. I'm just my words, but it's the feel. Watch what you say because Diddy is still a powerful man. He's still a powerful man. And there were men in there that I heard that you couldn't tell if they were bodyguards or boyfriends of some of the girls in the room, but they were giving dirty looks to especially the content creators, because I heard a lot of content creators were there. And they were saying to each other, from what I heard, that watch what you say because Diddy is still, he still has power. He's still a dangerous man. And I agree. I agree. Whew, I wish I could have been there, but it really wasn't even that far from me. I'm here in Pennsylvania, but I just maybe I'll catch one, or maybe another time. But I'm not going to stand in line at 5 p.m. and I'm certainly not going to pay anybody to stand in line for me. So I don't know how that would play out. Okay. But anyway, it's been said that there was a lot of shady characters in that courtroom, and I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. So the whole trial started with the judge saying to Diddy, would you like a glass of water? Would you like a glass of water? And he said, yes, I would like a glass of water. And that's how the trial started. And they said that Diddy was looking good gray. He was looking gray, but he was looking. His attitude was good. He was looking around. He was smiling. Like a show pony. Like I'm going to get out of here. I know it. I know I'm getting ready to get out of here. My time has come. I'm getting out. It was that. They could tell that was exuding from him, that he was getting out. My day has finally come. And then they had the jury. It was men and women. From what I understand, it was 6 women on the jury. I doubt if it was a jury of his peers because most people are not rich, but I guess the courts do what they do. So the defense attorney was Elizabeth Johnson. So we'll call her Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson performed the opening statement, and it said that she acted like she was on a Valium, like she was sleepy. Like she had been taking a Xanax or something. They said she was very lackadaisical, low luster. Maybe she was tired from preparing for the trial. You never know. But that's how Miss Johnson was. Very low level, very lackadaisical, very sleepy. And they talked about the type of women that Diddy liked. They talked about the fact that Diddy liked white fingernails on his women. I remember he used to make Cassie wear her fingernails in white. So they talked about that. So the spin on the whole thing. The spin on the whole thing was how Diddy and Cassie were in a committed relationship. A little tumultuous at times, but nonetheless still a committed relationship. And that no one was coerced, no one was forced, and that was it. And as you can see, Cassie is here she was very, very pregnant, still very, very pretty. And the defense attorney said this relationship was based on love, money, and consent. Love, money, and consent, and the government cannot be trusted. And she probably said the government can't be trusted because the government is the one who raided Diddy's homes. Now why she said they can't be trusted, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's going to come out. I'm pretty sure because we're just at the beginning. She continued, he is a self-made man. All his businesses are legal, legitimate. None of his businesses are not legal. And then she said, when she introduced Diddy, she didn't say, well, here's Diddy or here's Puffy. She said, I would like to introduce my client. She didn't say, I would like to introduce Diddy. She said, I would like to introduce my client because she didn't want anybody to associate him with himself, if that makes sense. Okay, so, trigger. You got kids, get them out. Trigger. So there was a lot of talk, and we all know as viewers, all of us in the world, but everybody in the courtroom also knew, there was a lot of talk in the courtroom about what Diddy liked, which is quote unquote, and I'm just repeating what was said in the courtroom, that Diddy liked big black dicks. Okay? The defense did not want the room to think about Diddy liking big black dicks. So she did everything to kind of steer everything away from Diddy liking the big black dicks, but everybody in the courtroom knew that Diddy liked big bald black dicks, black men with bald and big. Can I say that word on YouTube? I think I can. I hope I can. Okay, so they tried to make everybody forget that Diddy indeed liked big black dicks. So they tried to shift the focus, and this is how they tried to shift the focus. That Diddy is paying for not paying for big black dicks, but he's paying for their time and experience. That's the way Miss Liz worded it. He's paying for time and experience. He's not paying these big black dicks for sexual favors. He's paying them for their time and their experience. And that's the spin she put on it. She said it was more like, I don't know, like born with a P at the beginning. We'll say born, with, what porn is. Born, tapes, as tapes. So she tried to put a spin on it saying it was not S, it was just simply porn, and it was totally consensual. This is what Liz Johnson was spinning. This is what Diddy and all of his 4 law firms, he has 4 law firms. Four, not four lawyers, but four law firms. Okay? Um, that's a lot. And he's paying a lot for those four law firms. So, mm-mm-mm. So that's the spin they get. That Diddy don't like big black dicks for S. He just likes big black dicks for time and experience. That's the spin they put on it. Okay, if you say so, if that's worth the money and you say so, then I'm gonna listen. Dakota's just gonna have to go with it. He don't like them. He just wants their time and he wants their experience. You know, some people do pay for time. Like there's a lot of older men who will pay a woman just for her time. So, you know, we weren't there. We don't know. Maybe he was paying for his time. We don't know. All we can do is just guess, right? So, okay. So, in essence, they tried to make it seem like Cassie was a jealous woman because Diddy had a lot of women. Diddy could get, seems like any woman or man that he wanted, right? You know, D.L. Hughley said something in an interview, and I believe he was talking about Trump. He was talking to Don Lemon on an interview, and he was talking about Trump. And Don Lemon asked D.L. Hughley about, I can't remember what it was, I just remember the statement. And he said, do you think such and such paid somebody to do this? Do you think that's possible? And D.L. Hughley said something that I want, if you guys don't take anything else from this video, this is what I want you to take. Anything that you want done, anything, anything that you want done, there's always somebody out there looking for you to do it. Anything you want done, there's somebody out there looking for you to do it for you. Very smart, DL. Very, very smart. So, like I said, they were trying to present Cassie as a jealous woman, as a scorned woman because Diddy had so many women that she was just beside herself. This is why she wanted Diddy in trouble. Because she was jealous, she put the tapes of herself being beat up in the hallway of the Continental Hotel because she was scorned and she was jealous and she just wanted Diddy in trouble. Okay? Hey, maybe. We don't know. Listen, I always say about Cassie, she is, I say, 10% not innocent, but 90% innocent. That's just my take on it. You know, she was young, she was dumb. Everybody's young and dumb at some point. Uh-oh, my battery. Yeah, everybody's young and dumb at some point. But I say that 10% she was probably in it, but she got in over her head. And then she started to be abused because she tried to get away. She tried to get away, but he would send, from what I heard, I don't know if it's true, allegedly, he would send him his goons, he would send his lawyer, he would send everybody to say it's in your best interest to come back if you want your music released, you know, if you want whatever, it's and she would go back, whatever. So the defense attorney, Miss Johnson, just said Cassie, she made choices. She just kept saying over and over, she made a choice. She made a choice. That was her choice. Nobody told her to do this. She made a choice. That was her choice. Choice, choice, choice. So that's what the Miss Johnson was saying, and Cassie made a choice. But like I said, at some point she made a choice, but I remember the last time she tried to leave. She tried to leave. She went to Diddy and she said, listen, here are your keys. I don't want your car. I don't want nothing. I'm out of here. She did that. And what happened was he raped her. From what I understand, that was the last time he raped her. So is she a victim? Is she not a victim? She's a victim. At some point, she started to become a victim. I do believe that. So it said that Cassie went to Kim Porter. You know, Kim Porter is the twins' mother. Cassie went to Kim Porter's funeral, and the defense attorney said that she went to the funeral because she was still in love with Diddy and that she wanted to be Diddy's wife. Isn't that stupid? I mean, maybe she did, maybe she didn't, but what's that got to do with anything? So, I don't know about this lady, Elizabeth Johnson. Okay, so Cassie wanted to be Diddy's wife. I don't know. I don't know if it's true. Okay, now for the gross part. Are you ready? I gotta get close because I gotta let me see. Let me see if I can turn this up. I whisper this part because it is gross. Okay, I'm turning it up so you can really hear me. So, there was a witness, right? And the witness was a big black man, big black bald man with a big dick. Okay, we'll call him BBD. So BBD was a he was hired by Diddy. He was hired by Diddy because he was a BBD, and Diddy liked BBDs. Ah, sounds so crazy, right? He liked BBDs. So I guess he's not the only one. A lot of people like BBDs. So he hired Mr. BBD. So he was supposed to be getting paid $200, Mr. BBD, but instead he got thousands of dollars from Diddy, allegedly Diddy and Cassie. So he got thousands of dollars because he was a BBD, a big black dick. Okay, so okay, here's the part that gets gross. Y'all gotta excuse me, but he said BBD said that when he was having sex with Cassie, um, they had their typical session, come over, have some cocktails, eat some food, I guess, or whatever it is that they do. But he allegedly pretended to have an orgasm um, into Cassie because he couldn't really do it. So he pretended to do it. Maybe he was tired, maybe he was stressed, maybe the drugs got to him. But when Diddy found out that he couldn't do it, he gave him some Molly and he gave him some Cialis. Molly and Cialis so he could perform and get high. Okay, so he told Diddy the first time, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I don't know what it is. So after he got the Cialis and the Molly and he did it, him and Cassie did it, they had they had sex. Guess what Diddy did? Y'all not gonna believe this. He went into the room. He told Mr. BBD, Mr. Big Black Dick, to get out of the room. And he went into the room and, like a vacuum cleaner, he sucked it out, Cassie, the semen. This is what was said in court that Diddy told Big Dick to, Big Black Dick to have sex with Cassie. And when they finished, he told Big Black Dick to get out. And then he came in and sucked the semen out of Cassie. Woo! Oh my God. I need a drink behind that. Mm-mm-mm. I don't understand. That is so disgusting. I don't, what's wrong with that man? If all of that is true, I don't know what is wrong with him. He needs some help. He needs some psychological help. I've been on this planet for decades, and I have never heard of anything like that before in my whole life. Never. And I hope I never do again. Oh, but you know what? We will, because guess what else I heard? You know what? I'm not even going to say it, but I'm just going to like skim it. I heard now, if this is true, it's going to come up in the court that Diddy made one of the S workers do some stuff into Cassie's mouth. Okay, and the stuff was brown. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I can't believe it. I can't believe if that's true. Okay. Told you trigger warning. So so that's what was said in court. Now, Diddy, after everything was said and done, he asked the Big Black Dick for his driver's license. And the big black dick said, well, why do you want my driver's license? And Diddy said, well, it's for insurance. And the big black dick said that, well, he was feeling like anxious, nervous, like, what is this? Why does he need insurance? So that was that. He was feeling nervous. Okay, so finally, the big black dick told the courts what he did once the whole SUO sessions were done. He said that, and what he did leads me to believe that he was messed up in the head from what just took place. He couldn't handle it. He wasn't happy about it. So what he did was he went out on Times Square. He didn't go home. He didn't go to Louis Vuitton to spend his thousands of dollars. He went to Times Square and he took the thousands of dollars that Diddy and Cassie gave him, allegedly, and he gave the hundreds of dollars out just to passerbyers on the street. That's what he did with the money. So that's what happened in the first court day of Diddy's trial. So much more to come. So much more. And then if you want to go to the trial, hotels in New York are thousands of dollars a night. I don't know. I can't afford that. Mm-mm. I would have to get you know what? It's cheaper to rent an RV, drive to New York, and I'm in Pennsylvania, the next state over. Rent an RV, drive to New York, and find a campground or something and pay $50 a night. That would be cheaper, but I'm not doing that. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys. Interesting stuff, right? What do you guys think? You think that he's gonna get off? Personally, I don't think so. I mean, even if half of this stuff is true, it's gross. It's gross and it's wrong, and a person like that don't deserve to be out walking around with the rest of us if it's true. If it's true. All right. Well, I just wanted to bring that to you guys. There is more to come, more to come, and I will be on top of it. I have been watching the news so much. My mind has been really, really in a stressful state watching the news about what's going on with politics today, about what's happening to our country. And that's why I haven't been on YouTube talking about crazy stars because, truth be told, I don't give a damn what they do because they're not really important. But sometimes you just got to break things up, where you just don't get stressed all the time. Okay, so I just wanted to bring this to you guys. So everybody, I want you to have a great night, and I will talk to you later, I'm sure, about the news. So everybody have a good day. Talk to you later. Oh, and please like, comment, and subscribe. I would so greatly appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye.